As a state, we must continue to hang our heads in shame when we think and contemplate of the injustices faced by the many survivors of the mother and baby homes, particularly as they are reaching their latter years. And it's imperative that justice and recognition be delivered to them as soon as possible. And in all of this, we must also look at the justice on how we can give to those that have left us, and that they are remembered and recognised in an appropriate way. Our history shows us that the state delegated many of its responsibilities to religious orders through the years, and I want to put on the record my own thanks and gratitude to many in the religious orders who did so much for all of us. And on a personal level, I certainly had the great support and help of the Sisters of Mercy in Rathangan, where I went to school, and have seen it first-hand, all of the great help and support that they have given the community. But certainly, a lot of mistakes were made, and we as a nation have to learn from our failure to protect and to monitor and to supervise. And that's a very costly lesson, and one that can never be measured in its entirety, as it is the suffering and the abuse of our most vulnerable citizens that quantifies this. And now it is up to the state to ensure that any delegation to service providers is always of the highest standard, and that those members of our society that are most vulnerable are not subject to abuse or mistreatment. My party, Fianna Fáil, welcomes the publication of this report as an important step towards the final report and an important milestone for survivors. We've always supported the Commission, as you know, Minister, as a means to bring justice to the victims of these homes, and we remain supportive of the process of the Commission. I want to commend the Minister for the steps that she has just outlined, and I have absolutely no doubt that Minister Zappone will work constructively and closely with the groups over the coming months to ensure that the work of the Commission is focused on the survivors. We agree that the present terms of reference are too narrow, and we absolutely support the expansion of these terms. And we ourselves as a party will be engaging with survivor groups, as Deputy Rabbit has said, to discuss the interim report and to get their insights and their feedback. That is absolutely vitally important. International best practice must dictate the way in which to find the best possible process for justice to be delivered to survivors. And we say too that this process must always remain survivor-focused. And because of this, we welcome your decision to seek public consultation on further action and to investigate the possibility of expanding the scope of the inquiry. This is a defining moment in our history, a defining moment in our society, and a defining moment in how we as a country respond. As you say, Minister, there is a fractured trust between our citizens and our state, and we collectively need to heal that fractured trust. Minister, you will not find us in Fianna Fáil wanting on that. Gurv Magat.